This is so unfair. If he is into skinny girls, why would he want to be with me in the beginning? Why would he put me into this if I am nowhere near what he's attracted to? I don't deserve this. 2 years ago, I met this cute guy while I was studying at the local library. He came in and browsed around on the opposite side of the room. I couldn't stop looking at him. Suddenly, he started walking toward me. I've never been so nervous, so I had to take my eyes off him and instead stared at my computer screen so he wouldn't notice that I was looking. But he was just so cute that I couldn't let him walk by. So I gathered up the courage to go speak to him. "Hi, I'm Nicole," I introduced myself. He greeted back and told me his name. I told him that I'm new in town and looking for new friends. "Oh really? I'm actually new here too." He sat down on the opposite side on the table. We got into a very nice conversation and even went out for a walk together. At the end of the day, I found out that he was also my age. We hit it off right away and exchanged numbers. After that day, we spent a lot of time together and got to know each other better. I really enjoyed his company and always imagined how nice it'd be if he was my boyfriend. But one awful day, he told me that he had to move to another town. I felt so heartbroken. He asked if we could try to do long distance and that he wanted to be with me. But I was so adamant that it wouldn't work out. So in the end, we decided to call it off, but promised each other that if we were ever in the same place again, and if we're both still single, we would try again. As the days go by, I tried to keep busy and hoped that I'd stop missing him at some point. And for a little while, I felt like I was getting better, but I wasn't. I found myself constantly stressed and overthinking because I had been missing him so much. I had never missed someone like this before. After a while, I couldn't bear with that feeling anymore, so I decided to call him. It turned out that he also spent a lot of time missing me as well. So we both agreed that we would give our relationship a try, even if it meant being in a long-distance one. We managed to make it work with the distance and would always visit each other when we had a chance. We introduced each other to our families. He became part of my family and I became part of his. We did many things together, like having dinner and going on holidays with both of our families. Everything was going great until he started to go out a lot and see those beautiful skinny girls everywhere. I feel like that's when his words and his comments about my appearance got a little too harsh. One day, out of nowhere, he started telling me about the girls he saw in the club. You know, those girls in the club, they have great bodies and they can wear nice dresses. Why don't you lose weight so you can look like them? After that day, he kept telling me that he didn't like chubby girls and that he wasn't physically attracted to me anymore. I didn't know what to think or feel. In one moment, he'd be so affectionate and switch to being really cold the next. I kept questioning myself, thinking, does he really love me? Is he gonna break up with me because I'm too big for his liking? I was so confused. So I told him that I'd try my best to lose weight and to look better. But because he kept saying all these harsh comments, I couldn't help but get upset. I don't understand. Why would you decide to be with me from the beginning if you weren't attracted to me? I snapped at him. I didn't deserve this. Not when I've been a good girlfriend. I took good care of him and I never lied or cheated. But being nice doesn't have anything to do with being chubby, does it? He responded. His words tore me to pieces. After that day, I started hating myself and the way I look. I tried everything I could so I could fit into his definition of beauty, but I was struggling. I ate a lot less, exercised a lot more, but my weight didn't seem to go down. So I decided to go to the doctor and get myself checked out. It turned out I was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, which made it even more difficult for me to lose weight. And while I was miserable dealing with all of this, I would hear from our friends about him being flirty with other girls, and it made me feel so insecure. Everything that happened made me extremely stressed. A little while later, I found out that he'd become addicted to medication. He would keep buying them and ended up spending all his money on them. It got to the point where he had no more money, and and was continually late for his rent for many months at a time until eventually he got kicked out. But luckily, it didn't take too long until he realized that this wasn't the way he wanted to live. So he decided to go to rehab for addiction and get himself treated. After a while, my ex was able to get back in control of his life, so we decided to give our relationship another chance. This time is a little difficult though. He moved to a place that is quite far away from where I lived, so we managed to talk to each other via FaceTime. We would spend hours on the phone every day. Even though we talk a lot, I'd prefer to be close to him, so I came up with a plan to get a place for him close to my place. All he has to do is fill out the application, but due to his history with addiction and stints in rehab, his application was denied. I was trying so hard so we could live together, but everything was going wrong. I was exhausted from figuring out all our problems, putting ourselves together, and so was he. "You know what? Let's just call this off," he said. "Call what off?" I asked. "Us will never work. I don't like big girls, and you know that." My heart shattered. All this time, I'd been trying to make us work. It was for nothing. He lives too far. I tried to move him nearby. He doesn't like big girls, so I am trying to lose weight. Can't he see I'm doing this because of him? Because of us? After that day, we had a huge fight. He refused to talk to me again. He blocked me on everything. I missed him so much, and I even asked my friends if they can talk to him for me because they're friends with him on social media. I don't understand. I tried everything to make it work, to push our relationship forward. Didn't he see it? Would he know that I have to cry myself to sleep every night? We then broke up a couple days later. I was terribly sad and lonely. I didn't feel like myself for a long time after everything that happened. At this moment, I was starting to lose some weight, hoping he will come back because I was looking skinnier, but he didn't. A while after our breakup, I finally felt better and came to realize that he didn't love me for who I am at all. Instead, he loved me for who he wanted me to be. The situation got me thinking, why was I giving my love to someone who wasn't going to appreciate it? Why would I change myself to be someone else that is the opposite from who I am for someone? It had been a while since the breakup, and I can now confidently say that I am finally happy being me and making a better change for myself. However, I am still trying to lose weight and look better. I even started to enjoy my healthy diet and different kinds of exercises. I wanted to share this story with you because, in the end, you can't force someone to love you. I tried to lose weight because I wanted him to love me, but he left me anyway, you see. You should be the one who loves yourself. If you were to change, make sure that you're making a better change not for anyone else, but for you.